I really should have brought my other camera today because I wanted to vlog and drive, and this camera makes it hard to do. But today we're going to talk about something different, and if you guys aren't crazy over content that is not car content, well, this video might not be for you guys then. But this is for I guess a bigger audience of people today, because this is about starting your own YouTube channel and what to do. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. So this video is definitely going to be a different kind of video than I've made previously, because this is a conversation I've been having with what seems like a lot more people now, and it is how to get started on making a YouTube channel. A lot of people have really good ideas for what they want to do, but they just don't do it because they don't know where to start, or they don't know how to just do it in general. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about that. The number one most important step in starting a YouTube channel is finding what you want to talk about or what your content is gonna be. Obviously, I do car stuff. You don't gotta do car stuff. You can do something completely unrelated. You can do anything you want. Internet is your oyster. I think that's the term. But finding your topic and finding your content niche is your most important thing, because that's what you kind of want to stick to. Because when you start getting an audience, that's what they're going to be coming to your videos and your channel for, is to fulfill whatever you're filling them with. That sounded really bad. But finding your topic is the most important thing. And I think before you start making a channel, I think it's important to plan out maybe 3 or 4 videos in advance, just to start getting like a feel of what you want to do. Because you don't want to just start trying out new things left and right. You can, and maybe that's the way of doing it, and maybe that's why I don't have that big of a following. But I think you should try to find a couple of videos in advance of just how to start, of just things that you want to record. I think another big important factor, which I'm going to go to number 2, is finding a channel name. Now, personally, I don't like using my first and last name as my channel name, because that's just how I am. But if that's you, then do it. But thinking of a channel name, I think, is important, because sometimes people will look up something and see your channel name, and that's going to like either excite them or make them want to go to your channel for whatever reason. So a channel name, I think, is kind of important, related to your content, make it completely unrelated. But I think having a good channel name, or maybe just your first and last name, is another way to do it. That's not what I do, but I think that is a next step you should do. Now, I think this next piece is something that people really aren't gonna say in this type of video, but I think the most important thing after you've you have a couple ideas that you want to record, you have your channel name, you're about to create your content, your channel, but I think an important thing is finding motivation to actually record. So I think having a purpose in your videos is very important, because it'll show. Why are you making videos? Me personally, I like to make videos because I like to do things myself. I like to build this car, and one day, maybe we can get paid for it and get all that cool stuff about being a YouTuber. But I want to see how far I've come as a person, and how far I've done with my own car and doing stuff, and just looking back at it and seeing just the progress of what I've done. I do it to entertain. I do it for myself mainly, though, because I think it's a really cool thing to be able to document something, post it online, share a passion with somebody, with other people around the world. And to me, that's what keeps me doing it, because I want to see how far as a person I progress, my car progresses, and maybe finding an audience along the way with it. So finding motivation is definitely a key thing, because if you don't have a purpose to record, you're not going to want to record at all. And having a purpose definitely makes it a lot more fun too. Now, I think this next point is one of the biggest points I can possibly make, because I see this all of the time, and it is equipment and software. Now, you look at these big YouTubers and you're like, okay, their quality is astounding. My quality just now got good because I bought a brand new camera. But when starting out, my first few videos, I recorded using a smartphone and nothing else. And I think the quality was good enough for what I was making. You don't need the best equipment in the beginning. You don't need any equipment, really. If you got a phone, use it. Now, getting a camera will make you more motivated, because it's like having a whole separate thing, and I don't know. Personally, I didn't like recording on my smartphone because it felt like, I don't know what it felt like. It just didn't feel good. But then I went out and I bought a camera for like 50 bucks. Yeah, the quality was terrible, but it made me want to record because I'm looking at this camera saying, I bought this, I'm going to use it, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do something with it. Eventually, yeah, you upgrade, you get better cameras, you get better equipment, and your quality gets better. But that takes time. I've been doing YouTube now for about, I think, 2 years-ish, year and a half, and I just recently bought a new camera. I've gone through plenty of cameras on this channel. If you guys watch all of my videos, you'll see how my quality changes throughout the entire time. And right now I'm really happy with how it looks because everything's crispy and everything sounds good and it's real good. But I think equipment is something that you shouldn't stress out about because you can use a smartphone, you can use a $50 camera, you can use a $20 camera. As long as you're doing it, there's gonna be content out there. The next point is software for editing. Now, I know plenty of people that have YouTube channels that don't even have computers. They're using their smartphones and they're editing everything off of their smartphones. You don't need fancy editing equipment to make good quality content. The quality content comes from you and not your equipment and software. I like to have my my editing done a certain way, and I like using certain stuff to do it. But personally, I just use iMovie. So if you have an Apple computer, it's completely free to edit, and you don't need anything special for it. It is very important to watch other people's content and watch how they edit things so you can find a way how you kind of want to mimic it and edit it yourself. So if you're editing things and you see certain things you want, try it out, do some experimenting, and do a bunch of stuff that might be able to mimic it or copy it, because after all, like, at the end of the day, it's going to make your stuff look better of how you want it to look, and if it makes you happy, that's the most important part. Making yourself happy doing it is, I think, is the most important part about the whole thing. If you like how something looks, keep doing it, and it'll teach you how to do better things in the future with doing it, and that's important. The last point I'm gonna make is the most important one, because you look at any YouTuber and they're all gonna say this is the hardest obstacle about starting a YouTube channel, and that is just doing it. Picking up a camera, recording yourself, recording whatever you're doing is the hardest part about starting. If you're not recording yourself or recording the content you want to record, no one is, and it's not getting out there. So the hardest part is just picking up a camera and actually doing it. Why did I sound so mean while saying that? But if you just do it, you're gonna find motivation, you might find a passion for it, you're gonna find things that you like, things you don't like. But picking up your camera and starting is definitely the hardest part about the entire process of starting a YouTube channel. Because, again, if you're not doing it, no one else is doing it for you. My camera is like beeping at me and like flashing colors at me because it is about to die. I hope this video reached 10 minutes, but I am not really sure. But I hope you guys can follow something that I was saying, and I hope you guys can, relate and hopefully start something, and maybe I'll see your guys' channels out there one of these days, and maybe you guys can subscribe to me, because if you guys can subscribe to me, that would be super, super dope and awesome. So I'm gonna leave you guys off here today. Sorry for the lack of car content on my car channel, and sorry for going against what I was saying about changing topics. But if you guys could just do me a big favor, just comment, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. That would be super awesome. We're about to hit 900 at this point. That means we're just one step away from getting 1,000. So keep doing you guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.